evening, how are we doing guys? Sussex Guy here. So guys, I've been surviving for 94 days in Stranded Deep now. We've visited all 21 islands and we've scavenged 23 ships. Now, when I started this journey of Stranded Deep, I'd watched a few videos on YouTube and I was kind of intrigued because I've always been more of an FPS guy than a survival type guy. But I kind of enjoyed the challenge, and as soon as I'd started playing and got past the learning curves, which all of us end up hitting, it was fun. And that surprised me a lot. I mean, really a lot. But anyway, now we're here. We're on Stranded Deep. We're 94 days in. Got a pretty good setup, other than the big hole in the wall there you can see, because I crashed my gyrocopter. And if you haven't checked that out, then go and check out the playlist for Stranded Deep, and I'm sure you will find it. But anyway, look, here is my top 10 tips Stranded Deep, if you're new to it. So, I'm not saying this is the absolute tips. What I guess I'm saying is they're my top 10 tips and tips I wish I'd known when I first started the game. So give them a watch, let me know in the comments how you're finding Stranded Deep, whether you're going to play it, buy it or whatever else, and whether you thought of these tips when you started or you wish you'd known them. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. So guys, tip number 1. When you start the game of Stranded Deep, you're in an aircraft which you're crashing, and you end up having to swim out the aircraft, which is in the ocean somewhere out here, and get to the life raft, which is this lovely beauty here. Now on the life raft you will find a paddle, a sea anchor, which I'm yet to find any reasons to think we should use, and you'll also find some storage. Now you'll see my storage is empty, but when you get in this, you're going to have a bandage, you're going to have some food, and that's going to be about it. My tip number 1 is do not touch this food you get in this box. Do not touch it under any circumstances. Save it for that one emergency when you genuinely need it. Because if you eat rations, rations will bring your food, your health, everything all back to 100%, which is what you want. So guys, as you can see here, we have lots of rations. We've got 8 cans of baked beans. Oh my god. We've also got some tuna there or something, I suppose it is. But yeah, they will help you. And this is what I've collected on my little forays around the islands. Some rations. I've also got a couple of rations in my emergency box, which there are a few here. But yes, do not touch these unless you 100% need to. And that is tip number 1, because this will save your life when your death is close. You're close to death, you're feeling it, your body's dying, your energy, your health, your water is all low, and you take one of those rations, that will save your life. So tip number 2, and yes, I am looking at my watch. So this watch will help you. It will tell you everything you need to know. First screen you're going to come to when you look at it by pressing Y on Xbox or E on PC, I guess, is health. Your general health is the top bar. Then you've got food, which is second bar down. Your water levels, third bar, and the last bar is SPF. Now your SPF is how much sun you are getting and how that sun is affecting you. So if it's full, you're in a good place. Your body's good, you're hydrated, you're doing well. If that drops low because you're out in the sun all day and you're not taking any cover, you're not taking any shelter, you're not getting in the sea for a swim to cool down, that will drop. And when that drops, you'll become sunburned. And with getting sunburned, it doesn't matter how much water you drink, you will stay dehydrated because your SPF is high. Now my tip number 2 is simply this. Watch your SPF. Now 3 o'clock is the golden number. 3 PM afternoon. As soon as it gets to 1 minute past 3 in the afternoon, you are safe from SPF. No matter what you do outside, you will not be affected. It will not make you dehydrated. You will not get sunburned. Anytime before 3 PM, be wary of it. Do not sit out in the sun. Don't stand out there forever, because it doesn't matter how much water you drink, you will get dehydrated, you will get sunburned, and it will affect your health big time. And it will probably take you 2 or 3 days to recover your health. That was tip number 2. So tip number 3 is brought to you overlooking our lighthouse here with a nice little furnace going there. Night time, you can see it a mile off. And it's a beautiful little spot up here. And if we look over here, you're going to see some eggs. Great. Happy days. We'll pick up an egg or two, I suppose. If we can pick them up. It's always difficult to pick them up with a... there we go. We've got a nice egg and another egg. That's a couple of eggs. Decent. And we can't pick that egg up. Little swines. So, tip number 3, guys. The island you start on, when you crash your plane, you will obviously paddle to the closest island you can see. Now, when you paddle there, I would advise you strongly do a circumference of the island on the beach. Look closely at the rocks, everything like this in front of you here. You will find cloths, you will find sticks, stones, etc. Collect up as much as possible from the circumference of the island, stack it up where you plan to make camp right next to your raft. Collect everything and start working through the crafting menu the game shows you on the left. You need to level up crafting to be able to make things. Now, if you don't do this and just start eating everything and picking up everything and not knowing what everything is, and you do not follow the craft menu, you will lag behind and you will struggle a little bit. And basically, the first island you come to, which is the closest one to where you crash, there is limited resources, very few. So work through your crafting menu on island number 1, this first island, and then look as soon as physically possible at moving island. Once you've collected all your resources you can, then you follow the crafting menu, because there will not be enough sustain life on that first island. As you can see here, there's an island just opposite. If this was our first island here, I would collect all the resources as quickly as possible. Possibly set up a water still, because that's also part of your survival. Try and possibly make a water flask so you can keep water for a little while, and I would be looking at shifting island as quickly as physically possible, because you need to be constantly moving or constantly raiding to survive in this game. Okay guys, tip number 4 for you. So the PP plant, the humble PP plant. As you walk around the island, you will see plants all over the floor. One of those is the PP plant. Now, this plant will save your life, I guarantee it, because 100% guaranteed, like night follows day, you will get bitten by a snake. You will get stung by a snake or bitten by a snake in the water. On land, you will walk on top of one of the giant purple starfish and you will get poisoned. Now, to get away from getting poisoned and to heal yourself, hello boy, you need 2 PP plants and a coconut plant. That will make you an antidote. And talking of snakes, there's one there. And a boar, we just got the boar as well. Yep, we killed you, right? We killed you. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Little interruption from a snake. I'll add it to my boar, snake, and crab collection here, which is all ready to go. Might cook meat. Wow. Nice. Need a little drink. 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right with you. That's better. Pretty much full health. So, yes, you will need antidotes, guys. This goes without question. Antidotes will save you as soon as you get bitten. Drop that antidote and you will feel better. You will not die. You will not suffer. And as you can see here in my med kit, I carry 4 antidotes at all times. I carry a splint in case I break my leg, and also 2 bandages. But the antidote will save you. Now, you will stay alive for about 2 days after you've been poisoned. There's plenty of time to collect the goods you need or to make an antidote. And if you're on an island and can't find any PP, get on your raft and get to another island as soon as physically possible. Because believe me, it will save your life. Now this guy's got one of my refined spears and I want them back. Yo guys, a tip number 5 for you. So, when you catch animals, kill animals or whatever else with spears, axes or however you choose to do it, as you've just seen on the last tip, you can get meat from them. From boars you can also get leather, which creates leather. And you will get 2 pieces of meat off each boar. Now, as you can see, I've just collected 2 leathers and 1 piece of meat. And I'm going to move that boar away. Because if I skin him again, he'll disappear. As you'll see. That's this boar done. Problem I've now got is I have 2 pieces of meat which will go off. They'll 100% go off if I don't eat them. Now, you can smoke them and that will keep them going for a little while longer, but they will spoil very quickly. Now, if you skin a boar, first get your leather. There you go.
Oh, it's disgusting.
You need to change it into leather because it's currently a rawhide. I would strongly advise only take 1 piece of meat. If you take 1 piece of meat and then move the hog to the side, that hog will sit there for weeks and weeks and weeks, months even, and it will not go off. Your meat, even if it's cooked, will go off very quickly within 2 days. Your uncooked meat, even quicker. It will spoil. And it will show as spoiled meat and you will not be able to use it. If you do use it, you'll be sick, dehydrated, have diarrhea, etc. Your health will drop, your water bar will drop, everything will drop. So take the meat you need. If it's only one, it's only one. And then leave the rest in the pig. It's like being in the freezer for life. It will not go off, it will not die. It will simply stay there. Now crabs, you'll only get 1 piece of meat, the same as snakes. Big boars, you'll get 2 large pieces of meat. So take your leather, which will be 3 leather or 3 raw hides. Take 1 piece of meat, smoke it, eat it, keep it for the morning. But after the morning, get rid of it because it will show as spoiled. Okay, tip number 6. Now in the game you can build bird snares or fish traps which go in the water. Do not waste your time, energy and resources, be it the sticks, rock, etc. and lashings you need to make these things, because it is far simpler just to catch fish with a fishing spear in the water. You will go in the water for less than 2 minutes and catch 10 to 20 fish. Do not waste your time or resources building these things unless you just like the look of them. And the only reason I built this one was for the video, and that was it. No other reason at all, because I can literally stick my head underwater. Oh, this is one of the poisonous ones. That will poison you. And catch fish. There's fish there, fish there. Fish everywhere. It's easy to catch fish with a fishing spear under the water, and all you need is a stick to make it. Don't waste your time on other things, guys. Tip number 6, guys. Make yourself, at your earliest opportunity, a sleeping bag. Now, a sleeping bag is something you can carry with you anywhere. You can drop it down, save the game, sleep, doesn't matter where you are, if you go on a raft trip or whatever you do on the game, you can save that game anywhere you like. Now, I have one here which lives in my crate, and it always comes with me wherever I go. I've got some fuel in there as well. And I also have one on my home base island, which is here, of course. Super, super, super important. I cannot emphasize how valuable this bit of kit right here is. And the other thing I want to mention while I'm doing this, and it's not a separate tip, is save your game regularly. If you do not save your game regularly and you only sleep, you are going to suffer when you suddenly find you're dead and you can't go back to your game where you left it off. You're going to be in trouble. Make sure you hit save daily when you log in. It will help you immensely. Okay then, tip number 8. These little things here called young palm trees. Now you can harvest them by chopping them, and they come out called fibrous leaves. Now these will regenerate if you harvest them within 48 hours, but they will not regenerate before 48 hours. Now I would strongly advise, as soon as you land on the island, harvest as many as you can by making a stone tool with one rock only, and these will help you top up your water. They'll help you make lashings, and they are very valuable things to have in your inventory. Being as they only regen every 2 days, you want to harvest them as soon as possible so they're starting to regrow, ready for you to take again. As you can see from my water pile here, my water pile is right next to my water stills, and it is full of fibrous leaves. As your water runs out, you need to top it up. If you haven't got fibrous leaves or palm fronds, you will not be able to top it up. Nice. Alright guys, tip number 9, keep everything. Now a lot of YouTube videos will tell you out there you don't need it, don't keep it, whatever else. I keep everything just in case. If my gyrocopter happens to crash in the water and I cannot bring it back because I've run out of fuel, I have enough parts here to build another one. I'm not going to complain. Now I happened to crash my gyrocopter into this wall, I just haven't rebuilt it yet. I managed to drag it out of the water, luckily, and I had no dramas. Keep everything. I have torches, compasses, empty coconut flasks, proper coconuts. I have a big pile of lashings. Lots of leather which I've found, and lots of rawhides which I can turn into leather. Binoculars, flare guns, cloths. Really important to keep everything. And if we go in my store cupboard, we have rocks, more rocks, clay, more rocks, more rocks. We've got supplies, rations, more rocks, more rocks. And we've got PP up the top. Guys, keep everything. Just do yourself a favour and keep everything you find, be it hammers. This is all stuff that I find. Hammers, picks, anything you find, keep. If you find these crates, pick them up, take them with you. It will help you carry stuff. Keep everything, because at some point it will come in handy. And if you keep supplies of everything, I go to islands, I chop the trunks down, chop the palm trees down, bring them back. I take the palm bunches, I store them on the beach. I haven't raided for a few days, so I haven't got any left. Hence we're using our stockpile of fibrous leaves because we've got enough of everything else. We've got enough lashings over there, so we don't need to use them, so we can keep these for topping up the water. And we only need to put one on this one. So keep everything, guys. Don't listen to other people's advice that says keep nothing. Keep everything. It will help you when you need it. So, my final tip, and I honestly believe it's probably going to be the best tip I can give you. Now, when I first started Stranded Deep, I got a little bit frustrated the first couple of days because I was like, I keep dying, I'm getting poisoned, I can't find PP. So, my tip number 10 is, be patient and have fun. Make the game whatever you want it to be. For me, it's an exploring game. I've built a nice camp, gyrocopter, I've got a motor on my raft, I've built a little lookout post with a lighthouse. You can make whatever home, mansion, boathouse, jetties, beach resort you want to make it. Have a nice supply of food, start your own little farm, and in this farm I'm growing potatoes because I like to make fuel so I can use my gyrocopter a lot. I'm also growing a yucca, so that gives me a constant supply of fibrous leaves. And I don't think we've got a PP. We've also got a PP. Just in case I run out, I've always got a stockpile of flowers I can use. So above all else, guys, have fun. Make it your own game. Yes, it's a single player game, but as you can see from here, I've survived 95 days, which I guess the reality is probably about 30 hours of gameplay, and I've had a load of fun so far. And I'm actually at that position now where we're going to go and do the boss fights, all 3 of them, get the aircraft parts, and we're going to escape. Now, the only reason we're going to escape is so we can complete the game and start again. Because now I have the knowledge of what I've learned over the previous 95 days. I know I can do it quicker next time, and I want to challenge myself to do it quicker. And I want to build a different type of resort, on a different island, in a different way. And that is the great thing about Stranded Deep. There's limitless possibilities. So tip number 10, enjoy the game, be patient, make it what you want it to be. Have fun guys, see you on the next one.